In this video, I'm going to show you a quick overview of our HD dome camera. So I've taken the dome cover off. It's basically a snap-on, snap-off cover. There are some ridges on the side that keep it intact and connected to the base. Just snap it off by just pulling it off. And when you get into the camera, the first thing you should notice is this joystick here. Now you can press it in or you can flick it left, right, up, and down. In order to switch the cable, the signal coming out of this camera, you want to flick it, don't press it in. So right now I have the camera set to an analog resolution. I'll show you quickly. So currently the camera is sending out 960h video, and this is the analog resolution. I got to that by pressing on this joystick upwards and holding it for 3 seconds. If you have a bit of a nail, it's easier to get in there and kind of press it that way. Now, let's say I want to switch this over to HD. So CBI is kind of just push it down and watch what happens. The camera will power cycle, and then you'll get video coming back up. If you go back into resolution, you'll basically see it says 1080p. If you're having any black and white video or artifacts in your video, possibly you are on AHD or TVI. Those are European standards. So if you want to put this on analog, you want to press this upwards and hold for 3 seconds, and the camera will switch. It just power cycled. If I go back in, it says 960h. And if you'd like to go to HD, you want to press it down, or actually flick it downwards, don't press it in, and then it'll switch to HD. Now when you're in one of these modes, you could press the joystick in. This is what I mean. Just press the button down and see what happens. When you let go, this menu comes up. If you get into that, please don't change these settings, because the camera is set from the factory to give you the best possible setting. And if you do happen to change them, what will happen is it'll cause unintended effects on video quality. So if you want to get out of this menu, what you can do is just basically power cycle the camera and it'll come out of that. In order to press into any of these settings, you have to press the button. Now you can basically use the joystick to go up and down, left and right, and then you can basically press the button in to go into it. Again, there's really very little value of going into the OSD and changing around settings. Usually people end up setting it to something that gives unintended or undesired video, so you can always press reset and it'll click like this or flash like that, and then you can save and exit. The second part of this video is to show you how to change the angle of view on the lens. Now, if you want to angle the camera to look in a certain way, you can basically just move it up and down, and the carriage you can unscrew here, and actually you can make it move left and right. Now if you would like to change the angle of view on the lens, you want to pop this cover off. And if you're taking a fresh camera out of a bag, it may actually be a lot harder than that. Now in here, these are little levers on the side of the lens. One is for zoom and one's for focus. This camera happens to have a 2.8mm to 12mm lens. 2.8 will give you a 90-degree angle of view. Now if you try to move them, they're not going to move because they're screwed in. In order for you to actually toggle this lens, you want to take a flathead screwdriver like this, a small mini one, and then loosen these up. And then make your adjustments. And once you've made your adjustments by moving it up and down, one is zoom and one is focus again, and then make sure you tighten them back up so that with weather changes, they don't move automatically. And that's it. Thanks for watching this video.